hop in my community channel Steam group thing. Let me get that actually real quick. Oops. That was not it. Okay, so here we go. Weather control. I like that he is spacing out his warp traversals. I usually use 2 traversals and then my warp blast to get the most amount of cooldown between everything. He does not have 2 feeding perks. He's got 1, I think. No, he's got none. Okay, makes sense. I think that's movement speed. I'd have to double check. I'm not a big fan of movement speed on Wraith, to be honest. And a lot of people are really gaga over damage reduction. I am not a damage reduction person. Okay, so going after pretty decent food. One thing to be aware of is when you go down this cave, if it's obvious that you are in the cave, you can just have a split, have 2 people here, 2 people here, then planet scanner and push in, and then hold like here and here, and slowly tighten the noose. You're most likely not going to be able to get stage 2 evolution with all the meats down here. Although now with the way the trap jaws work, you might actually be able to. But most of the time, pretty much not.
Aiden told me to eat a chocolate, that's why he was chasing me.
Fair enough. I want one. Okay, and so here we go. Monster able to get domed here. Pretty decent dome. Monster used most of his tricks to get out of here. Medic taking a lot of damage there. Needs to get out of there a lot faster. Rogue Val did pop her ability. There is the shield burst. And Monster will be able to go back into Rogue Val again. Again, you don't want to be pinned up against a wall. That was a really weird lag issue, whatever. Rogue Val's nice abduct block right there. That's exactly what you want to do. And Rogue Val is back up to herself. She'll be able to heal herself. Wow, that was... I'm not sure what that was. That seemed awfully weird of a... Like, it didn't seem like the Warp Blast should have been enough to knock that down. That was really weird. Again, that might be a lag thing. Oh, the medic is lag. Oh, maybe it was that. But that seemed awfully all of a sudden bursting down, because the Warp Blast didn't look like it was supposed to take that out. So, half a bar of health for 1 strike, not terrible. The nice thing about Kala is that you are always in the game, especially against a Wraith. Monster is still not ready to evolve, but is kind of pinning himself in. The rest of the team, support and medic, are a little ways off, and the Trapper and Assault trying to flush the monster out. 20 seconds until the dome. Might be able to get a dome here by Darkio if Darkio cuts hard over here instead of moving to where the monster was. Medic is actually in a good position to cut off the monster. And here we go. 10 seconds. And monster does get away. Really hard cut over here by Trapper. Might be able to go ahead and get the monster cut off. These last 2 food is almost enough for him to get evolved. He just needs a little bit more, and he's ready to go. Medic ready to dome. I like that they're not just instantly throwing down the dome right away. This is not a very great place. Oh, Medic out of position, needs to start healing. Nice dodge, get out of the supernova. See, watch, I'm going to pay attention to decoy. So you notice how the decoy kind of, once you use 3 warp blasts, it doesn't do anything. And then miss the abduct. And here we go. Everyone really grouped up. Medic needs to be up on the high ground, to be honest. You do not want to be on the low ground, especially with your back against the wall, because the monster can kind of just have their way with you. I do like stasis grenades. Stasis grenades and jetpack are Wraith's worst day, because you just go up and down this. Nice damage by Hyde here. Wraith decides to go up into the skyline and disengage. Might try to channel armor, but it looks like the Assault and Trapper are doing a great job of harassing. And here we go. Let's go ahead and see. Do we have a toxic grenade? Nice, get out of that supernova. I don't know why the Wraith went in and then went out. Missed the abduct. And it looks like monster boiling from Hyde. Looks like Kala is doing some good armor bypass here. And monster looks like he might try to go ahead. Sitting in a toxic grenade. Going after the assault. Not sure if I'd go after the assault. Assault should pop their shield. Lucky that the assault did not keep on getting focused, because the assault shield is very different in this game. It's not like you should hold on to it till the last second like it used to be. So monster trying to stay up in the air, taking a little bit more damage. Dome does come down. No new strikes on the hunters, and about another 3/4 of a bar of health on the monster. Monster is going to be able to get away. Here is the 2 meat. Be very careful about being this close, but he should be able to go ahead and just eat 1 bite, go on the other side of the map, evolve before the dome is ready to come back down. And then we'll see stage 2. So monster doing a pretty good job of avoiding line of sight. You don't want to get tagged by Abe. Support really out of position. I don't see any Kala teleports anywhere. And there we go. Evolving out in the middle of the open. A little risky. A toxic grenade probably could have done some damage. Yep, there's a stasis. Monster could go ahead and get the perk over here that increases armor regen. Medic, oh no, oh, that medic is so bad position. She used up all of her jetpack to get out. Oh, that's going to be really bad. Medic has a really good chance of going down right now. The team is not in position for a dome. I like that the dome is not being thrown, but the support needs to get in there and start giving some sort of shield. Stasis needs to happen. The team, oh no, don't throw the dome. Oh, that's going to be a very good, easy dome for the monster. Monster is going to suffer a little bit of permanent health damage just because of Kala's beam, because Kala is awesome like that. Again, the personal shield, a little bit of a delay. Rogue Val still able to heal, so always fight near Rogue Val, but never go to pick up a person on the ground. 9 times out of 10, the monster's always just going to beat somebody out and go from there. Kala can probably negate the rest of the monster's armor, and nope, no one's doing damage. Dome does come down, but it looks like the monster might try and finish. And there comes the Warp Blast, which you need to avoid. Nice dodging by Dark over here. See, and then decoy management. Going up on the solid ground. Nice Siren Missile. Shouldn't be using the beam. The beam's not going to do anything without a team. Oh, go ahead, go down, and go straight to the dropship. Go straight to the dropship. I hope that they say to go to the dropship. Knight of 19 did the right thing, pulled out, and waiting for the team to arrive. Good, they all are going to arrive on the dropship. Dropship coming down right behind the monster. Unfortunately, the trapper is kind of out of position. Monster going straight in for the engagement again. Going after the support. Go medic. Medic should be healing. Medic should be healing. Everyone all grouped up and on the low ground. You really, really can't fight monsters on the low ground. There's no reason to ever be down in these little areas. There's these tall little areas for a reason. You should always, always, always be on the high ground. Aside from possibly Kraken. Let's see, and she does get her heal bursts off in time, but right now the rest of the team is a little weak. Good job with Stasis. If I was him, I'd keep putting Stasis all over here and just keep running. Oh, they threw down the dome. Why'd you throw the dome? The dome should not have been thrown, in my opinion. You throw the dome when the monster's about to escape. See, monster just got a free encased area. So Hunter team is doing a good job of punishing the monster. And there we go. So the dome comes down. Monster decides to stay. The trapper is about to go down. Does manage to avoid the warp blast. One hit left, and there goes the trapper. Nice stasis grenades. But the rest of the team really needs to kind of just leave. They're not going to... in theory, they could burst the monster down. At this point, Veer could pick up the trapper, but it doesn't look like he's doing that. You only want to pick up people when the monster is... Yes, you just keep going up and down. Like, that's how you hurt frustrate. Okay, so 2 people got hit by a warp blast. That's 1,000 damage instead of just 500. Misses the abduct. Might be punishing here. The monster might be getting really overcommit. Be very careful about that. Don't ever overcommit. But the monster was trying to finish it. That was not a really good engagement. Monster does see the elite albino. Probably not going to risk trying to stay because the hunter team is right behind. So at this point, I think the hunter should go for the Armadon. There we go. So ping that. Everyone gets the reduced damage. So right now, it's still kind of anyone's game. Wraith, I feel, has a little bit more of an advantage right now just because the medic has 2 strikes, which means that it's going to be really, really quick to take her down. But she does have the reduced damage by 10%. So in effect, she's basically got 1 strike and everyone else has 0 strikes. In theory, is kind of how it works. So monster... Oh, there goes the other teleporter. Okay, so monster almost ready to evolve to stage 3. Looks like he's going to evolve right on top of this Armadon. The dome is ready. If they can dome and Kala focuses on the armor reduction, the hunters win right here and now. It does look like he's going to evolve. Trapper in position. So at this point, I would probably just secure, you have a good buff. You might be able to cut off the monster, but right now you're kind of out of the way. Team is really split up. The Trapper could get pulled apart, but it does look like they are slowly making their way to the relay. The monster can get the damage buff, which is right under this little hill fort right here. We'll see if that happens. Monster only has 2.5 minutes, so right now, again, the monster is on borrowed time. The best way that the hunter team can win is Kala really needs to be on point with that beam, and then just sit in a toxic grenade and hide burning should be the way to finish. Preemptively throw up a few stasis grenades, and then Abe and everybody unload while her armor reduction is gone, and this could be a very quick fight for the hunters. Wraith really struggles on relay fights in general, in my opinion. The team doesn't have a lot of deployables, so it's not super bad. And there is the teleporter. Left the teleporter. There's really, I don't know why. Looks like he's trying to warp blast. I don't know why you would open up with a warp blast like that. Monster going straight after the Trapper. Really weird. I'm not sure if I agree with that. Immediately swings around and goes after the support. Misses the abduct. And here comes the draining. I like that they're holding the dome. The dome should only be thrown when the monster is leaving. And the support really needs to be healed here. Medic needs to get line of sight and start healing. There we go. But support about to go down. Support is going to go down in about a couple seconds here. Let's just do as much damage as you can. There is the abduct. A little bit more health. One more melee in the warp blast, and you are gone. Oh, one more. Oh, wow. Nice juking. Nice shield. And there we go. Monster does get one more strike. Monster might be trying to escape. Now would be the time to... Nope, going after the medic. Really needs to punish. Really punish. I think that they can still win this. They can still win this. I like that the monster, or that they're fighting near the camp corner. This is actually really, really close. I would definitely be throwing a toxic grenade towards this corpse. And Rogue Val really needs to get out of the separation. I don't know why they threw the dome. They should not have thrown the dome, because now the monster can channel armor. The whole team is up, though. Now they can go ahead and chase up the monster. Now that they are fully committed, now they can go ahead and chase. And it looks like that this is going to be a GG for the Hunters. Really close game, though. Monster trying to get a little bit of armor here and there. Kala, just go ahead and do a little bit more of that armor reduction, or reductor, whatever it's called. Assault did not pop his personal shield when he got attacked, but not being focused either. And there we go. So this should be the hit. The assault will probably go down. The dome is down. The monster should absolutely try and leave. The problem is, though, is against Kala, that doesn't really mean anything. The team is going to get picked up. The assault will no longer have the damage reduction. The rest of the team will. But at full health, Kala, just half a bar of health. That's all they have to do. Should be GG on this fight. So Monster heading back over there, almost full armor, but needs to make something work with this time limit. Cooldown reduction. So cooldown reduction might make it work, but really, if he... So his target absolutely has to be support. If he does not down support, he will lose. And Medic way out of position. Again, I don't know why Medic. Medic out of position, and this Monster could just win it right here. Rest of his this is really, really bad. Like, I don't know why. Like, you just the Medic should have been back to this relay. Make the Monster come to you. Oh, and there's the armor reduction. There's the armor reduction. A little bit more. All you need is a little bit more. Oh, and going straight after the support. Oh, come on, where's the armor reduction? Oh, and there we go, GG. That was a really close game. Really close game. GG, really close game.
GG. Yeah. If I want to use my armor thing.
No worries. Thanks for coming, Lolly. So for the Monster, pretty good job for the most part. There were a couple of times when you kind of got sidetracked about focusing the wrong person at the wrong time, and a couple of missed abducts really hurt. But otherwise, you were doing pretty solid for the most part. You had pretty good feeding routes, pretty good areas. You were evolving pretty correctly. I was surprised you didn't get the 10% damage buff. When you first went to engage the hunters at the relay. You did get the cooldown at the end, but with Kala, it's really hard with that little sliver of health. That it was good that you managed to get the medic, but the entire last fight, if you could down the support, you probably could have won. But it was just trying to get to that support before that armor reduction got you. So it was really close game. That being said, you did overcommit a bit much when you're trying to finish the game against the Assault and Trapper. Generally, if there's like one person down and the dropship's coming in about 15-20 seconds, I usually don't think it's worth it. It's always better to just take a strike and then move on than to overcommit, because I think that the number one reason why monsters lose is usually overcommitting, at least from my experience. The most of the times when I look at my games, looking back, and I'm like, oh yeah, I lost right here because I stuck around for another 30 seconds trying to get a strike when it wasn't worth it, kind of a thing. But otherwise, good job. Really good job with the hunter team in general, trying to survive as long as you possibly could. That armor reduction was really important in that fight. Like that game was decided by Kala's ability to use that. So really good job there. That being the case, when he was on the beach, the medic was out of position. You jetpack towards the monster, which was enabled to get him like burst you down really quick because the rest of your team wasn't in position. Generally speaking, the support and medic should be behind the Assault and Trapper. So if the Assault and Trapper get focused, they can be healed and supported. That's fine. But if the medic or support gets focused, they have to kind of go through the Assault and Trapper, which means they'll take a little bit of CC, a little bit of damage just to get to you, and that might not be a way thing. One other thing is be careful about initiating with Warp Blast. The reason why is because, one, it's fairly predictable. Against good people, they can dodge it. And then second of all, if you don't hit anyone, you're not going to be able to down anybody with the rest of your skills, most likely, for a good while until that reset. So just be careful about that. But otherwise, really good job. Good job, everyone. King